of wealth. And of course, her newest book, You Are a Badass Every Day, How to Keep Your Motivation Strong, your vibe and your quest for transformation unstoppable. You can find her at jensincero.com. That's JenSincero. And again, so great to have you in studio with us. Such a pleasure. Okay, so let me ask, I've got so many questions here that we wrote. And so what's your favorite mantra to repeat every day?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it changes depending on what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I think right now, mine right now, I'm having trouble with my hip. So mine.
So am I.
Are you?
My right one.
Me too.
I had hip surgery.
Oh my God! Now we're going into a totally different show. Where'd you get your cane? Oh no!
Seriously, I didn't sleep for 4 nights.
Oh, I haven't slept in like 2 weeks.
I'm like, what in the heck is going on with my hip? I'm like, is this what happens when you start getting older? Like stuff starts falling apart.
Unavailable for that one.
Oh my gosh!
What does Louise Hay say?
The what?
What does Louise Hay say about hips?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We should Google it.
I don't know. Oh, Louise Hay. Yeah. Oh, it means you're unbent. You're unflexible, or maybe that's the ankle. I don't freaking know. Yeah, it's
one of those parts.
Yeah. So mine is all about my body. Like I feel great. I love my body.
Okay.
I obviously don't have a mantra right now because if you have one, you know right off the bat. But that's what I would like to be saying every day.
Yeah.
Actually, and also I'm more into stopping as many times a day as I can remember to and sending lots of light and healing energy to my right side.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's more than mantra.
I think I cross my legs a lot. I think that's part of it. I cross my legs too much because that's not good for you, right, Shawn?
Yes.
Not good for you? Okay. Everybody.
I'm
on the floor.
Right now.
I found the Louise Hay for you, Suzy.
What's it say?
I release any fear I have stored in my hips.
Oh,
maybe that one.
I like it.
Some fear stored in there.
There you go.
That's scared of my hip, actually.
I release any anger I have stored in my hips. Maybe got some anger in there.
Mm-hmm.
I release any financial worries I have stored in my hip. There's tons of them,
A lot stored in my hips, big.
Yeah, you can.
It's like a big purse.
Yeah, there's 20. You got them.
But
Aviana is one of your biggest fans, and she's actually the one that made all this happen.
Oh, I saw you were coming to Dallas, and I was like, we have to get Jen.
We have to get Jen on the show.
Thank you.
And so we're so honored to have you here. We really are.
Likewise.
And so let me ask you this. This is a big question. I'm dying to hear what you're going to say. What are your thoughts about social media?
Well, I think it's a personal thing, actually. I don't love it because it makes me depressed. And so I don't like it.
Yeah.
But and it's not even just because everybody else is like they're having more fun, which I'm sure is part of it for some people. It actually makes me feel slimed upon, being sucked into my phone and into my computer other world, like it makes me feel gross.
Yeah.
So,
no, I understand.
Yeah.
I actually got a little something. I don't know where it came from, but it was like a report, if you will, from like Facebook or somewhere. And I'm not on my phone that much on my social media. It's one of those necessary evils kind of, especially with a radio show, you've got to promote things, but and it showed me how many hours I had spent on my phone, and I don't even spend that many hours. It was like 2.5 hours between my email and all. I was like, what? Because I'm not on the phone that much.
You got lost in the zone.
I got lost
in the vortex.
I got sucked into the vortex, if you will.
I mean, I think it's a miracle, the internet and all that stuff. I think it's done so much good, but I just feel like social media for me is just, I don't know. It's been great. It's promoted my books. It's gotten my message out. So I can't be too grouchy about it. But personally, I find it doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah. No, I understand. So what's your best advice for aligning our hearts and keeping our thoughts and our intentions pure with ourselves and others?
Well, now.
That's a big question. I know.
Okay. It's like aside from the spiritual gym, which I seem to not be shutting up about, I think it's about being able to stay present and remember that you have a choice in every moment. That's actually really what the new book is about, is this idea of remembering. Like, you guys know, you've read all the books, you've done all the woo-woo crap, we meditate, blah, blah. But you got to remember as the day goes on when somebody pisses you off or you get frustrated or you're like apologizing unnecessarily, like just to stop in the moment, step back and be like, really, what's going on here? What's the highest route I could take? So, but it's remembering.
Yeah, it's such a great book. Like I said, you can pull it out at any time, read one little excerpt out of it. The way it's written, and it's all kind of like chopped up. It's like a chopped salad.
Oh,
and you get to pick whatever little piece you want. And you immediately feel good.
Yeah.
And your heart, your soul, your mind, not just not your mouth like a salad. But so what does staying true to yourself mean? People say that all the time. All the time. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. What do you think that should mean, to stay true to yourself?
I think it means I think it means for anybody, allowing yourself to be, do, and have whatever brings you joy. Like, it's pretty simple, and following your joy. And usually your joy means bringing joy to others if you're not a sociopath.
Yeah.
So, and joy to yourself. Like, I'm all about bringing joy to the Jen. Like, I'm fine with that, but, and personally right now it means hanging out with the people I love as much as possible and laughing my ass off. So that's sort of
I love
what
it.
I'm doing.
Do you guys have a question? Shawn, do you have a question that you want to ask Jen that you've been, thinking about during this broadcast?
Yeah. So now that this is a great set of books, like if you are starting, from let's say like more of a beginner place and like where I was, now that I've hit 7 figures.
Woohoo! Good for you.
I've done really well at being in masterminds and building myself up and surrounding myself with the right people like you're talking about. I no longer feel embarrassed about making money like you were talking about. I'm around people that actually champion me being on, TV shows or, things like that instead of that must be nice and, jealousy, kind of hatefulness. So now that I'm here, what advice would you give me now so that I stay grounded, so that I continue to grow, but I continue to grow in the right way?
I think, first of all, getting really clear on what's important to you and where you want to grow, because I don't know about you, but it changes with me. Like my goals 5 years ago were very different than my goals now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think, and I think this is important for everybody, no matter where you're at. Like, take the 4 minutes it takes to sit down and make a list and think about what is important to me, what would be really fun, what do I want to create. So then getting clear on what you want to create, and then you know the drill, how to put the pieces in place. And believe me, like as I said, napping is a big one for me now.
I love
so
a
it
good
doesn't
nap.
mean you have to go out and get your own TV show and make $8 trillion, but whatever's important to you, and then making the time and making it happen.
Yeah, one of the worst things that I deal with is probably work. Like, to get here, it was like 80 hours a week and fear of missing out. And now I'm trying to get to the point where joy of missing out.
I love it. I love it. What a great message. It's been so great to have you in studio. Seriously.
It's over already.
Now I know, right? It flies by, and that means it was a good show when that happens. And so I want to give a special shout out to Frosted Art for the beautiful cake
Can't
out
wait
there.
to
We're going to be
eat that
taking pictures
sucker.
of it. It's awesome. And, of course, True Foods Kitchen in Preston Center put a beautiful spread out in the hallway for us as well. Everyone, thank you so much for being here today. All of you, thank you so much. Thank you for listening, everyone. You know what? You get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Would you like to end it, Jen? I'm going to let you end the show. Okay, come on. You get one what?
You're a badass.
You get one badass.
You get one badass.
You get one ass.
Yeah, you get one ass and don't half-ass it. Right. Full ass it.
Oh,
there you go.
Good. You're not a half-ass. You're a badass.